A lot has happened in 2025, and I wanted to take this opportunity, the holidays, to take you around Lake Davos once again, and in good old tradition, talk about what happened settling into Dubai, living the lifestyle of being in Dubai over the winter, going to Europe and elsewhere over the summer. So that was quite exciting. I want to get into that. I want to talk about what stage I'm at regarding quitting alcohol, which I have talked about in the past as well. And then I wanted to reflect on something that I learned this year that I wanted to share with you and just take you on this walk around the lake. It's a beautiful day out, and as the sun is setting, I think we're going to have some fun. So let's do this. Even though I moved to Dubai end of 2024, it was really this year, the year 2025, when I fully settled in. This time last year, I was still furnishing my apartment, settling in, and re-grasping the fact that I now moved from Germany all the way to the UAE. This means it was also the first year that I truly did this life model of living in Dubai in the winter and then coming to Europe and other places in the summer. This model really stems from an observation that no place is really 100% perfect. Obviously, Dubai has a lot of things to offer, but in the summer, quite frankly, I don't like being in 50 degrees heat. So I decided to move there in the winter, and then in the summer months, I think from May, June, I moved to Switzerland this year, and my plan is to pick a different city every year where I want to spend the summer. And this year was Zurich, but who knows, maybe next year it's something else. I haven't made up my mind yet. You can drop me a comment down below to tell me what advantages come with the city you think I should move to in the summer. And this is just having the base in Dubai with a great airport where you can quickly move in and out, and then having another place which is much more flexible in the summer. I will get into the specifics about what I think about Dubai towards the end of this video, because I really think that there is still something that maybe I can offer some insights on, having gone through this first year, and maybe you also have something to comment on, and those are some thoughts I want to share towards the end of the video. But the second point I wanted to address was to go to Europe for the summer. It's just the summer months in Europe are just the best time. So as we get into the darker parts of the forest here, I wanted to tell a story about getting robbed in Italy, because that was kind of an interesting aspect of my summer that sort of reaffirmed also some of the maybe prejudice that I had. Don't know if it was prejudice or just based on raw data. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, but I was on a road trip through Italy, just stopping in Florence for maybe 10 minutes, and it was insane. Just stopped for 10 minutes at this lovely piazza where you have this view of the city. Stopped, took a quick picture, and when we got back to the car, all the luggage was gone. No signs of break-in. It was crazy. They must have found a way to hack the key, or I don't know how they do it, but basically laptops, two of my friends and I, laptops gone, luggage gone. It was, a scary moment. We tried to track them down by locating the AirPods, and my Apple Watch was also in my backpack. Obviously passport, all these things, such a headache. But we tried to track it down with the Find My app, but obviously they were really professional. They were gone within minutes. And I can still track my laptop. My laptop is in Morocco and my Apple Watch is in Algeria. So whoever they are, they got it out of the country quick. I could track it across Italy, but obviously I think it's better not to pursue these kinds of people. They're not, I don't know what they're going to do with those things, because with the Apple devices, they are locked. Obviously, there were some other valuables in there, but yeah, I mean, have fun with those shoes. I mean, crazy story, but just tells you that country like Italy, you have to be so careful. Like, really, just stopping for 10 minutes. Should have taken all of our personal items out just for that one photo stop. I mean, who does that? Like, just for 10 minutes, taking your backpack with laptops and cameras and everything. Like, thankfully, my big camera wasn't in my backpack. I didn't bring it on that trip because I was traveling quite light. But imagine if I had lost my big camera, that would have been very annoying. So thankfully that didn't happen. But I mean, in a country like Switzerland, you can see the nice punctual Swiss train zooming by. A country like Switzerland, that is very different. And obviously my summer in Zurich was also very different. Lots of outdoor activities. I did high rocks. I did many outdoor runs. Supported my brother at the triathlon. Very, very good time in Switzerland and in Europe as a whole. But just goes to show that Europe is the place you go on holiday. You go to rest, to do home office. I can, lucky enough to work remotely, so I can just do home office from wherever, and that is that. So in terms of quitting alcohol, I am now entering my 3rd year, and I have to say it's been a real progress. I was talking only last year, about how it's been, about how the cravings came in, how it's been very different month to month, dealing with pressure from friends, dealing with like internal cravings, what happens when I think about cocktail recipes. Like, these were all things that had really occupied me in my 1st year. And now I can say in my 2nd year, I've really settled into this being my new normal. It is my new normal, and people know it. People know that I don't drink. People respect it. And it's been a lot easier to deal with the pressures, deal with the cravings. And now I've also gotten into a new mode of attending parties, attending weddings. Been to a few weddings this year where not drinking was not a problem at all. Comes with the benefit that I can drive everywhere. I can just be the designated driver. I don't have to use any shuttle service, don't have to use any cabs. I can just, yeah, it sounds silly, but it's really such a different kind of thinking when you can just drive everywhere because you know you're not going to drink. The amount of time that I've gotten back by quitting alcohol is really insane. It's still mind-boggling to me to this day that I don't have to spend time being hungover anymore, and I can just focus on being productive, focus on the next day, making something out of every day, which is just fantastic. And this is just a great segue into the next topic I wanted to share with you, and that's the principle of compounding. Because getting older, and now I'm 33, and you can check out some of those life lessons that I share in my video about being 33 years old this year. It's really one thing that I thought about reflecting on this past year, which is compounding, and compounding every day, but also every year. So first of all, every day. Trying to be a little bit better every day is just such a great way to think about it, because you don't make huge leaps of progress every day. But if you just try your best every day and try to be a little bit better, be a little bit ahead of your yesterday's self, that's what you can do. That's what you can tackle today. That's what you can control. And you can control the inputs, just being a little bit better every day. And in the same way, same but different, you can also think about compounding in an annual way. Because right now, 33, obviously I feel much older now than I did feel at, let's say, 25 or something like that. In my 20s, I knew that I didn't have anything figured out. I still know that I have a lot to figure out, but I also feel a lot more advanced. I see that traditional entry career paths are no longer what people do. My friends have gone into their specific sector, have gone out of their traditional first job into what they actually want to do. And this is just so great, because if you think about it, 30 years is still quite young. And unless some catastrophe happens, which obviously we're not planning for, because we're doing all the right things, we're working out, we're investing into our health as the priority. If you just assume that we're going to have life expectancy of 90, 100 years, I think we're going to live to 100. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But if you think about that, then you really have so much time. We have so much time to do what we want to do. And I talk about investing all the time, and compound interest is obviously a very important factor when it comes to investing. So that means if you think about being 33 years old and investing into maybe something a little bit riskier, then you have 70 years to make up for it. So that's why in your youth and your younger days, that's when you have to take risks, because you have a whole life ahead of you, and you have, even if it's 50 years, okay, let's be conservative, even if it's 50 years, that's such a long time that we have to just compound our way out of any silly thing that we may do. So it doesn't matter where other people have gotten. It doesn't matter where the very successful A-star students have ended up. Of course, they have great jobs, they have great careers, and there's always this 1% that you look up to and you think, wow, they've done so well, where am I in all of this? What have I done until now? And I think about this ever since I had a maths teacher that said this very good quote that I want to share with you. And he said, sure, we had this one guy in class, he was disgustingly good at everything, especially in maths and physics and all of these science subjects. But it was like people were playing PlayStation and he was just doing past papers in the back, not even caring about it, hanging out with all of us, and then would do past papers at 99%. But these people are the exception. So you shouldn't get hung up on how little effort it was for some people, because for most people, it's actually a big effort to achieve something. And so if you happen to be one of these people where things like maths comes very easy, that's great. That's very unique. And you should try to be friends with people like that. But if you're not like that, that is completely normal. And that just means that you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work, and nobody sees you putting in the work, because maybe these people that you think are so smart and so successful, they've put in the work. And let me tell you, I can see this in my own friend group, I can see this in my own family. You rarely see, only if you're very close to people, you see what kind of work they put into certain things and how much effort it actually takes to be that successful. All you see is the result. And so if you're looking at the 1%, so the best of the best, the outlier on YouTube, it's the same thing. You have the best of the best, the ones with the highest views, and everyone is just looking at them. But you don't see what's behind that, and you don't see that it's completely normal to just having to put in the work. And so you too should put in the work. So, settling into Dubai, living a European summer, being very happy with not having drunk that much alcohol than maybe in other years, reflecting on the fact that we have compounding. I promised you that I will get into one more thing about Dubai at the end of this video. So I still don't know exactly how I'm going to make Dubai work for me as a place long term, because I'm very happy there with my setup. The big advantage for me is that I'm completely dialed in when I'm there. It's kind of difficult when you're traveling. You're usually traveling to see people, so you want to spend time with them. When I'm in London, I'm around my friends, I want to spend time with them. When I'm in Dubai, obviously I have friends there, but it's not the same kind of friend group that I have elsewhere. So I'm completely focused. I'm lucky enough that the jobs that I have, I don't have to physically be on site in Dubai. And that has advantages, but it also has disadvantages. So the advantage is, obviously, I can do my job from anywhere. So I could be anywhere in the world. And the big advantage is I don't have to be in Dubai in the summer. So I can escape. I can be in Switzerland, or I can be in London. I can be in the US, as I plan to be more next year, but it doesn't matter. But on the other hand, I kind of miss having a purpose in Dubai. And I think this is something that will come with the jobs that I have, the companies that I'm consulting with and investing in the future. I will be able to bring them to Dubai, because Dubai is a very exciting hub for anyone expanding into this region. So I really see the potential of business development being at the forefront of the opportunities I can pursue in Dubai. But I've been to a lot of conferences, a lot of events, also regarding startups, and the startup scene is still very fresh. I mean, some of you watching know this because I get this in the comments. It is a little bit on the exploratory side of things, but it just means that I have to find a different way to make Dubai work for me. I'd be curious to hear your opinion on this, because it is a controversial move that I made, just moving from Germany to Dubai, spending time in Europe over the summer, but it is something out of the box, and that was sort of my plan as well. Something adventurous, something outside of my comfort zone. And I certainly am outside of my comfort zone when it comes to being there, making new friends, being in a new city. And more people are moving there as well. I have more and more friends who are moving to Dubai. But yeah, I don't want to advertise for it because the traffic is bad enough as it is. So yeah, let's everyone just don't come to Dubai too seriously, because there's enough people there already. So yeah, but with this thought, I want to say thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting this channel. I will continue doing videos, being very passionate about pursuing this, pivoting every once in a while. But overall, I'm very committed to the YouTube strategy. And it would mean a lot to me if you help me along this journey, like the videos I post, and please subscribe if you haven't. I mean, if you've made it so far, thank you, and have a great 2026, and stay true, and make sure you make it just a little bit better tomorrow than today better than yesterday, and let's make every year a little bit better than the last.